Hello, everybody. Now I'm back. I had to unmute. From the beginning. We're having some technical difficulties, and I want to say thank you to all our ancestors and the divine source, the divine feminine energy, and Planet Kai right now, because we're going through a lot right now. And I'm Dice Game, and we got Dicky Jr. right
Shout
here.
out to everybody. Peace and love to all the gods and goddesses of Planet Kai. Man, shout out to all my people that's sitting around down on that 33rd parallel.
33rd parallel. And Dicky, you taught me about this 33rd parallel, and I ain't know nothing about it, the ley lines and all that stuff. And I titled this live understanding the distractions, and people ain't understanding what is going on right now. And like I said once before, we was on the phone earlier today, and we was talking. Everything works in levels, and understanding this information, and understanding what reality we living in and what times we living in, you got to have a clear understanding of what's really playing out right now. And Dicky, I'm so glad we're doing this live, because we got there's a lot of shit done happened in since the last live. So where you want to start at? I want to start at, like you said, the 33rd parallel.
Oh, the 33rd parallel. I learned about the 33rd parallel because it's like a main vein in your body. Well, that's supposed to be like a main vein in planet Earth, supposedly. And then it feeds energy. And what made the full circle of the picture comes together about the 33rd parallel and all that energy. And as you look back, they did build a whole lot of cities, big major cities, on this parallel. The internet is running completely off of the fucking 33rd parallel in Singapore. Now, see, a lot of motherfuckers don't know. There's a lot of shit going on in Singapore that people don't know about, because everything goes back to Singapore. Whether it's cell phone, internet, everything go back to Singapore. And see, Singapore is tied to the cabal and a whole lot of other stuff. Singapore is with technology. But that 33rd parallel is where the energy is. And they got ley lines that run up and down. And if I remember correctly, I think the power or the energy will flow off that parallel a couple of 100 miles in each direction. So, like New York, it's on the 33rd parallel, but it's on a ley line. So it's still got the energy of the 33rd parallel, but it's on a ley line, and it's just north of the 33rd parallel. So they basically stealing energy out of planet Earth and really feeding it back. Well, they ain't feeding it back to us. No, they selling this shit back to us. Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you want to go by the version in the Bible where they said God reached down there and formed man out of earth and shit, what if we of the earth and our atoms and stuff of the earth? Well, they're stealing our fucking energy and selling it back to us in. I see how that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I see how that makes sense.
It makes all total sense.
Yeah.
So, and then now you seeing what